live. I'm just gonna double check to make sure that oh, there it is. Just wanted to make sure the sound was up. Here we go. We're gonna finish Mega Man 3 today and move on to Mega Man 4. Hopefully, I don't see why we wouldn't. I do not remember what these weaknesses are, so let me pull up my cheat sheet. Okay, password, Mega Man 3, boss weaknesses. Okay. Alright, so this was Needle Man. We want to use Gemini Laser. Oh, I don't have any of Hardman's weapon. That could be a problem later on. There we go. That was a little messy and rough, but we made it. Sorry, I am gonna try to not talk while I hope that you don't hear it, but I missed my lunch, so I'm gonna eat some beef sticks. Alright, this will be the last one because I'm sure this is unexpected ASMR. So, hey girl, hey. Okay, we're gonna beat this today, Natalie. We're gonna do it. Alright, so Magnet Man was Spark Man was the one I wanted to use against him. Yeah, sorry for the ASMR nastiness. Why am I not turning to face him, to shoot him? Is my controller buggy or something? Something's weird. Okay, here we go. So my guess is they are not going to refill any of my special weapon energy, so I'm going to need to be a little careful. This pattern is not that difficult. I don't know why I'm just totally inept right now. There we go. Okay, moving on. Who we got now? Gemini Man. Who was Gemini Man? Gemini Man was Search Snake, right? Maybe not. Okay, let's look him up. Gemini Man, Search Snake. I guess I had it right. It would be great if I could finish this without needing to die. Perfect. Okay. 3 down, 5 to go. Okay, Hardman, we need Magnet Missile. Makes sense because he's like a big metal dude. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna go right. Hopefully that's not... Okay, how many extra guys do I have? Oh, I have 4 extra lives. Okay, we're definitely gonna beat this in the next like 5 or 10 minutes. We're gonna make it through. See, I thought it was going to go back to him, so that's why I thought I could just jump over it once and be safe. But I was wrong. Here we go. Alright. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Alright, who we got? Top Man, and he was weak to Hard Knuckle, which I am all the way out of, but I think... As Natalie was saying, I think she said she beat Top Man just with normal Mega Buster. So if it's good enough for her, it should be good enough for me. And jump. And shoot. And dodge. And wait. And oh, okay. Now. There we go. I should have moved out of the way, like I didn't need to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Natalie's dope at Mega Man 3! Okay, so Snake. Snake was Needle Man? Yeah. But we did Snake first earlier, so we didn't even need all this specialness. Okay. Powering up and moving on. Who is still left that we haven't done yet? Sparkman we didn't get to yet, and Shadow Man. Sparkman is Shadow Blade. Okay. I would love to be careful enough to not have to die and do this one again, but... See, Spark Blade is almost as cool as Metal Blade, but it isn't, it doesn't, like, return to you, and you can't shoot it down at an angle, so it's kind of a bummer. Alright, now there's probably one of these weapons I was supposed to save for the Wily fight, but it's too late now. I could process of elimination to figure out which one this is. Top Man! Which stinks, because it's so hard to use without running into him. I'm just gonna go ahead and use an E-Tank. There's no... I mean, I have 4 of them left even after that, so there's not really a good reason to not just use one. Here we go. I should check to see what the next bosses are gonna need, what they need for me to get them. Okay. Cloning machine we did. Dr. Wily 1 is gonna need Spark Shock, then Hard Knuckle, and then Shadow Blades and Top Spin. Oh, I remember this final boss is a real pain in the tuchus. So I'm gonna want some Hard Knuckle and some Spark Shock. Which I am not getting a lot of right here. Alright. Oh, and we have a little bit of time before that anyway, and I bet there's more stuff here. Okay, it was Hard Knuckle and Spark Shock and Top Man that we need. How am I doing on Spark Shock? Not great. So we'll hop up and get those. Okay, all that. I'll finish. I feel like maybe I'll get Top Man too, since Top Man is so crazy. So crazy. Alright. And down and back and down and back. Alright, Wily 1, that's where we're supposed to use Spark Shock. Now sometimes on these I will just wait and die the first time just so I can get a look at the pattern. But I think I'm just gonna try to go for it this time. It's a weird Fibonacci sequence, I bet that's what it is. We don't talk about Fibonacci sequence because it's not really super relevant to 4th grade, but it's a math thing where it makes swirly whirlies. How do I shoot this thing? Do I have to get underneath or what? Because so far I'm not having any way to do damage to it. So let me just waste all of my energy. I think what it's supposed to do is eventually like try to stoop down and crush you, and that's when you can shoot it, but if this dude isn't gonna do that, I don't know what to do from there. I don't necessarily want to look up like a walkthrough either for how to do it, because that's kind of lame. I think what I'll need to do is just start sliding under the legs and see what happens. Oh, I can take out the little gun. Okay. Oh, well that was much easier than I was And this is where you need hard man's weapon, okay. Is he gonna descend, or what's the timetable here? Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful and time those really well. And he should, yeah. And he moves, and then he stoops, and we get him. Jimmy dodge. Other one comes down, and nope, not early enough. I just want to finish this off, so I'm just going to use all these E-tanks and get it over with. There we go. There we go. Da-da-da. Now, oh, we got a moonwalk. This is a fake out. Don't believe it, Mega Man. Oh, fake Wily. It was a robot. It was a robot the whole time. Okay, so this last one, it says Shadow Blades and Top Spin for what will help. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I mean, with all these E-tanks they're trying to give me right now, I don't think this is going to be much of a problem. We'll fill up Top Man. We will... Now, I should save some of these, I suppose, technically, because if I die and I wasted a bunch of energy, I'll want to have that, but it'll be fine because, I mean, I have enough E-tanks to where it should be fairly impossible for me to die here, but I've been wrong before. Now, I think I remember this thing. It's really a tricky, like, platforming thing, because you have to, like, jump up. It's, like, got arms you have to jump up on to get to. Let's see. Shadow Man I can shoot. This is probably why they're saying that Shadow Man's is the way to go, because you just shoot it straight up. How else would you get to him? I guess that's like the only way to do it. Okay, now is the Top Man part, I think, where you have to avoid this, but he shoves his dirty little hand out at you. And again, and then you gotta time it and get up there, and then jump and dive. Oh, got him! Whew! Do I have Minecraft? Yep, I have Minecraft. I don't know why I'm typing this and saying it, but yep, I have Minecraft. It's the Windows 10 edition, which I think has crossplay. I think it has crossplay with others. I think I have mobile too, but I've never really played it a ton on mobile because it's kind of hard to control. Alright, I'm gonna mute my sound for a second so I can eat another beef stick. Sorry, I just took a long time chewing. So yeah, you can see their brother of Mega Man. He was made before Mega Man. Now, I wish they would have... Now, I don't know, why did they just go through those 8 robots? And then, like, they're doing less information for these ones. A little weird. What was I gonna say? Oh, I wish they would have done the Mega Man portrait with his helmet off. Just to kind of show that he used to be an assistant and was not originally a super fighting robot. It was not his original intention or his original goal. Okay. character designer, Enough King. This is where I think Keiji Inafune, who people really think of like as the big Mega Man guy, this is where he really started to have more of a role in how things went. Like, I think he's maybe the director or scenario planner, which is kind of what the director is in the way Japanese game developers kind of phrase things. I think he was the planner or the scenario guy for starting with number 4. You can see the credit sequence is a lot longer now that we're getting further into the series. I'm going to give a little bit of a warning. Oh, I'm just going to check in with Natalie. I think I started in the first season of Fortnite. I think I was on board from the beginning. I think I played in Season 2, and maybe a tiny bit, like the last time I played was I think pretty soon after they put the airplanes in there, which was probably a long time ago. It's definitely before like the Chapter 2 of Fortnite started. I do think I'm going to download it again and give it another try. Alright, I'm gonna do like I did the last times and save it. And here we go. Mega Man 4. Let's do it. Mega Man 4. You can see I got 3 little gold heads at the bottom. Let's look at the museum for a minute. Character files, concept art, promo. Oh, here's where... Oh man, I really wish they had the box art. It's like a promo thing. You can see the original box arts were pretty terrible. Like there's Mega Man 2. He's like a dude with a little pistol. Like, ridiculous. Non-violent fun for one player. I mean, there is a lot of shooting in there. Snake Man, Hard Man, Gemini, blah, 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 blah. Best sequel by Electronic Gaming Monthly. Yeah, there used to be video game magazines. They were cool. Look at all those guys. Happy pals. In Japan... Look at how cute he is in Japan. Like, the box art for these games in Japan were so much cooler. And I swear they have the box art somewhere in this collection to where you can look at it. But, alright, anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so there's sort of a warning that goes with this. In the 4th Mega Man, they made it so that you can power up your gun, you can charge it up, and it's really an annoying sound. So, but you kind of have to use it, so I'm apologizing in advance for that terrible sound. Okay. Industrial robots all over the world went on a rampage. The world fell into total chaos. It was pretty crummy. Dr. Light quickly realized that mad scientist Dr. Wily was behind the nefarious deed, but he didn't know what to do. Rock, having a black screen. See here, this is where they're like, we're gonna go into the backstory. We're gonna go into all this stuff. Super Robot Mega Man. Watch this. Oh, the graphics. Look at how cool that is. Blink, blink. I'm Mega Man. Look at me, I'm so cool. Huh? Notice me, senpai. Okay. Oh, yeah. Riding on a something. So, we shattered Dr. Wily 3 times. World peace. Boom, boom, boom. So you can kind of think of the first 3 as a trilogy, sort of. Now we have this new doctor with his daughter, and we're gonna do it again. This is where the Robot Masters, I think, start to get a little bit wackier. Like, some of the things are just kind of bizarre. I'm gonna look up boss order to see who's the best one to use for this. Mega Man 4 boss order. Oh, Toadman. Toadman is a stinking joke. His pattern is so crazy. So we've got Dive Man, who looks like a copy pasta of Hardman, Ringman, Skullman, Brightman, Dustman, Drillman, Toadman, Pharaoh Man, and then Dr. Cossack's stage in the middle once we get to that. So here are my thoughts. Brightman kind of makes sense as like a light robot thing. Dustman, like taking care of garbage. Drillman makes sense as a robot. And the rest of these don't really make sense. Maybe Diveman, but yeah, crazy. Okay, we are going to start with, what do we say, Toadman. Got that classic sound for the intro. Yeah, see, already, like the normal enemies just take more hits. So if you're not powering up your Mega Buster every time, you're not going to be doing significant enough damage to really get through stuff. See, like, that dude took a Mega Blaster hit and another one on top of it. So it's just kind of like a little extreme. I think in Mega Man 5 they kind of toned down the sound a little bit so that it's not as annoying. Well, I guess my live stream upsets my wife's work situation, so it's a good thing we're moving it next week, right? To 3:45, hopefully that'll fix things. I don't know. I don't see why it would affect that though. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Killing a mouse, because that makes sense. I'm trying to think, this might be the first one, so they added the Mega Buster. We do have Rush Coil from the beginning. And I think... oh, that was not a good jump. And I think they added a little bird called Beat, who will bring you power-ups and stuff. So it's not a great start to Mega Man 4. Okay, here we go. The nice thing about the Mega Buster is enemies that it does kill in one shot, it usually will continue through the enemy and like pierce through whatever and do that. So it looks like, okay, so if I don't charge up, those guys need 3 normal shots to kill. So that must mean that the Mega Buster is the equivalent of 3 normal shots. Yeah, I am not playing super well here. The rain is here pushing me back, like if I jump, the rain instantly starts to push me back. Which makes total sense as a metal robot, that you would be pushed back by some rain coming down, right? Like, that makes sense. Okay, I need to be careful here, because I'm kind of getting my socks rocked. Where are we at here? I might try to farm some life here. What do we got? And of course these guys aren't going to drop anything for me. Watch me just die to this blob. And the water here is also moving me down. Okay, I'm going to stop there and keep moving. I don't think this is one of the ones where it starts getting really cheap with cheap deaths and like death traps and stuff. I know Mega Man 9 is pretty notorious for that. I think they say Mega Man 9 is the hardest one of all of the Mega Mans. That we won't get to that for a while. Well played! We did it! Thanks, Natalie. I did it. I'm proud of me. Okay. Ooh, snail. This is where, again, like, I'm gonna need to use powered-up shots, or I'm probably gonna be fighting him forever. There should be a checkpoint after killing him. Now, a lot of times the stinking mini-bosses will drop a bunch of power-ups, and he clearly did not, so that stinks. Hopefully that's the checkpoint. Why would I want to jump up there? I guess you can get past that very easy-to-kill mouse that way, but... oh god. Oh no. I think you fall to your death if you go to either of the sides there all the way over. This is tricky. Okay. No, 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 no. Eyes follow me. Okay. Hopefully we hit the checkpoint and we get to go on from there. Okay, good. I think I might want to use my rapid fire, just like get right up in the eyeball's face and do that. I like those mouse ones better. Remember there's that other enemy in... what a dummy! Oh my god. Wow, that was really stupid. We'll continue. We're gonna go with the recommended boss order, and I am pretty embarrassed about that one. But we're getting into the groove of this, right? You gotta get into the groove of holding that shooting button down after every time, and I think that might be the game trying to train you on these guys, is like, you shoot your Mega Buster, then you shoot one more time to start the charge over again, and you just kind of get in the habit of that. Sigh. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it. I'm not worried in the slightest. Alright, maybe a little bit, but not a lot. I would say that this one is definitely, so far, definitely, but I think this one is harder than 3. Partially because of the way you have to manage charging up your shots. Why do I keep just like jumping into those little baby birds? Maybe it's because they're so cute. There we go. Oh, look at that! Wow. That was pretty incredible. Okay. Now what was the challenging thing here? Was not dying on the water? Because the water is trying to push me around? Okay. And this jump I screwed up the first time. Okay, we're good on that jump. Like, I'm thinking would Rush Coil help me out with some of these jumps, but I don't think they're that type where jumping up super high would help that much, so... Okay. Okay, here we go. We're good. We're like so good I can't even talk about it right now. We're gonna be so good on this guy. Oh, remember I said I was gonna get up in his face. Now he's gonna shoot his eyeballs out at me. There we go. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, is the rapid fire instead of trying to charge every time. And it's right away down here, right? I think it's right away. Okay. Okay. The knockback, you could even say, is the worst and hardest enemy that you fight in a Mega Man game. Because it will really screw you up. So these guys, that stinks that they make them jump just high enough to hurt you while you're on those platforms. I'm gonna be better safe than sorry and use Rush Coil to make sure that I don't screw up these jumps. Okay, we're making it. I mean, the next 3 games are probably games that, like, I played this a little bit when it was out at first, but like Mega Man 5 and Mega Man 6, I maybe rented a couple times from Blockbuster way back in the day, and I have not played them extensively. Like, I didn't own these ones, so they are much less familiar to me. In fact, really, when I was a kid, 2 and 3 were the ones I really played the most. I didn't play the rest of them all that much. I don't want this dude following me the whole time, so I'm just gonna use that. Let's do a little rush coil action to pop up top. There we go. Do the same thing. Oh, what? Oh, that is the most unfair thing that has ever happened in my entire life. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but that was super unfair. Okay. Okay, oh, I got distracted by its tail for a second. And almost died because of that. How many lives do I have? 2 lives still. Okay, we're good. We're gonna keep it moving. Why do I fall for that every time? There we go. Actually, I want that. And now that I know I can shoot that earlier, I'm just gonna do that. In future versions of Mega Man's Mega Buster, it is like bigger. It's more like a Ryu Hadouken. So it's a lot bigger, which is cool. I'm gonna be safe here too, because that's a tricky jump that I probably would have not made. Oh, that'll be fine. Okay. And we're at the boss. Now, if I'm remembering right, this dummy, if you get right next to him, he'll just jump over your head over and over and over again to where he's like not even a thing at all to try to fight. Yeah, shake that booty, boy. Maybe... Okay, so that was stupid because I jumped into him, but... I think I'm just going to use normal one-shots because he is so easy to do with the Mega Buster. Instead of kind of being distracted trying to charge every time, I think I'm just going to like shoot it up. Let's get right up next to him. Shaking that booty. Yeah, see? Like, the dumbest pattern of all time. Seemed like charging was what made him do his belly shake. Like, if I charge now... Nope, I guess not. Oh, God. Okay. Whew! We did it. I'm proud of me. Okay. On to the next one. There are a few different annoying things in this one. If I remember correctly, Mega Man 4 is the one where it takes the longest for the boss's life totals to show up on the screen. So you're just having to like wait forever. Okay, we got Rush Marine. Just as soon as I'm done with a level that has water in it. Just sending a text real quick. Okay, stage select. We are going to go next to Bright Man. That makes sense. Electricity. We're going to use this sort of water rain stream that we got from Toad Man. So that'll make sense. Ooh, fireworks. Love it. Wait, so the fireworks turn it on or off? I don't quite understand that logic, but we're gonna go with it. Oh, these guys turn the lights on or off. Now, I just saw... There's like a pit right there. No, yep, there was a pit there, and I died in it. So that was fun. Oh, and then they turn the... Oh, that's kind of nice. They turn the lights on so you can see what you screwed up on. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that I had shot that other guy before. I think I just need to, like, let those guys be alive, maybe? And then I don't end up blind. Okay, yeah, this is where Mega Man starts to get a little bit cheap. Because that's like a pretty cheap death. Here we go. There was a thing in, like in Japan, it was illegal to, and maybe this is weird now to even talk about renting, but back in the day, you could rent movies, you could rent games, and so, dang it. So you could rent them, so you would go to the store, you would get it for like 3 or 4 days, you spend money. There's still, Family Video still does this. I don't know how many people still do that with like Netflix and everything, but anyway, so you would go and you would rent a game. In Japan, it was illegal to do that. And so, because the game companies, which were mostly based out of Japan at the time, didn't want people to be able to just like rent the game and beat it and then never play it again. They really wanted people to buy it. They started making the games really, really hard so that you wouldn't be able to finish it really quickly and just return it. Which kind of stinks because then you have these games that are super hard. And there are even games that are harder in the North American version than they were in the Japanese versions. I want to say Castlevania, which is the series I'd like to do after I finish Mega Man. But Castlevania was definitely one of those where like the way you took damage was more harsh in America. I think the way it worked in the US was that everything does the same amount of damage to you from the beginning, and it's like a pretty big amount of damage, whereas in the Japanese version, you would take only a little bit of damage in the early levels, and then like a medium amount of damage in the middle levels, and then, you know, at the end you would take a lot more. But that's just if I'm remembering right, which sometimes I don't. Okay, so if I'm remembering right, that guy's gonna come back no matter what, so I'm gonna rapid fire him. This guy, I thought, the reason why I jumped last time is I thought he was totally going into the pit. And I did not want to end up in that pit, so, you know, you do what you gotta do. Yay, my beautiful face! Okay, plop that down. Hopefully there's actually something cool up here and I didn't just waste that. Sure, I guess that's okay. Not exactly the cool thing I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Oh, yeah, great. So I got that cool thing and then I died. Hey Pickle, are you in the room there? Is your sister asleep or is she just relaxing? She's awake? Oh, she's not in there. Okay. Yeah, my younger daughter's not feeling super good today. She said her tummy hurt. This is a quote. I was asking what she wanted for lunch, and she said that she didn't want anything because she's got a big poop in her. She's not hungry because there's a big poop in her. So that's fun. Now there are some branching pathways here. I don't remember exactly what the point of that is. Oh crap, what do I do here now? I guess I gotta hope that Rush Coil gets me back? Because, right, there wasn't, like, another way to go here. Yeah, I guess we just gotta Rush Coil it. I don't know what you would do if you didn't have Rush Coil to help with this. Okay, but luckily we do, so nothing to worry about. Hello! Stay on the platform, you stupid dog. Sorry, you're not stupid. You're a good boy. Rush is a good boy. Okay, here we go. More of these jumpy son of a guns. See, he's gonna end up in the, yeah. I knew that some of them ended up putting you in the garbage. Yep. Nope, I'm good. Yep. And he's gonna not make it, so we jump. Okay. And that's a big jump, but we did it! We did it! I'm proud of me. Okay, we don't need that, so we're just gonna keep going. My guess is the boss door is gonna be pretty close to here. They didn't go back to the thing where they put the big, those big stompy things at the end of the levels again. And I'm not gonna try not to shoot those because I feel like this area being dark would be a stinking nightmare. And let those bullets go by though, because I do not want to be shot off of these. This is one of those moments where that knockback is brutal, as you just saw. I don't know where my continue point's gonna be here, so... Okay, this isn't too far back, right? Yeah. I think we did okay here. I got 1 life, 1 E-tank. And he's jumping in the gutter. This one I think I want to stay on the front one. And we'll do that. And I almost forgot to jump. That would have been tragic. He's good. Good. Oh, 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 oh. Alright. I would really enjoy beating this boss this time. So, I'm gonna really put all of my chi into this next bit of the run. There we go. I like that these dudes make a noise, but at the same time, for some reason it annoys me. Don't know why. I guess I feel like that's actually the same noise that it makes when you are opening up one of the boss doors. It just makes that sound like over and over again. So, yeah. I know. Oof was totally how I was feeling about it too. This we're gonna watch out for. And let that bullet pass so we're not racing it all the way to the end here. Okay. These jumps are pretty tricky. They do give you a little bit of leeway. Like, they're not, like, impossible jumps, but... See, I remembered that time. Memorization is key. Alright, I'm not gonna kill him because we don't need to. We've got an E-tank, and we've got our Toad waterfall stuff, so we should be able to do this pretty easy. Now, I need to do the thing where I start to actually be careful instead of just spamming the boss weapon. So I'm going to try to avoid anything he does to me. Oh, even though I really don't think I need to. Oh, he's doing what Flashman did, but just like not as well as Flashman even did it. Okay, we got him. Yeah, that is what Creeper... They would definitely play football. A Creeper would be the best football player. Because when you got close to it, he'd just blow you up. You'd need to have a lot of them on your team, but... it would work. We got Flash Stopper. My guess is it's like a carbon copy of Flashman. It's kind of stupid. Okay. Next up is... I'm gonna guess before I go on. So Flashman, I'm gonna guess you use against either Skullman or Pharaohman. Let's see. Yes, Pharaohman! I thought that because, like, he's a pharaoh is maybe he's like a mummy, so he's dead. And, like, flashing bright light at a... I don't know why I would think flashing bright light at a dead thing would hurt it, but... Okay, so we have a classic desert level where you can get sucked under the sand. Classic. See, yeah, and if I'm not charging up my Mega Buster, these guys are just awful. What part of him was invincible? Some part of him was giving me tings. Oh, the scorpion. Is it supposed to be like a scorpion, I think? I think it's supposed to be like a scorpion. Here we go. Jumping, jumping, just keep jumping. Okay. Okay, there might have been something over there. I don't know. It's okay for us to just keep moving. Like to try to be careful because, you know, it's like you get a certain point in the level and it's like, well, I've gotten this far, I don't want to have to start over when I die because I only have 0 lives left. There was a whole thing back in the day when you had to deal with lives where you had to figure out in a game, can I have 0 lives, or am I done, like, is the game over at 1 life, or is the game over after 0 lives? Which I know might sound confusing, and it was. Because some games figured, like, that number is the amount of dudes you have left if you die. I'm gonna go ahead and use this because I don't want to lose. See how loud and annoyingly slow that goes. Okay, but some games thought, like, if there's a 1 there, that means you have 1 guy left, so after the 1 you get another turn. And then some of them were like, it was more like this is your 1 last chance to not die, I guess. So, and you never knew when you started a new game. I mean, it might say it in the instruction manual, but it wasn't like consistent from different games to different games. It's just the way, it was the Wild West as far as lives go. Now you don't even, now lives aren't even a thing anymore. Okay, here we go. Oy vey. I don't like these things. I feel nervous every time I'm trying to ride on one. I don't trust them. I don't like those mummies either. But some other people might say that they get a bad rap. Get it? I think you should be able to shoot the head, right? Like when that little head is flying at you, you should be able to get it. Okay. Oh man, we made it to the end. Super duper. Alright, so let's get our bright flash and see what that does. Maybe it doesn't just do like a freeze effect, because that would be 2 weapons with sort of like a freeze effect, because that's kind of what Toadman's does. It's like a full screen thing. Oh, I see. You freeze and then you need to shoot. I'm just gonna use the auto fire, which is really pretty cheesy, but I'm sure that sounds terrible too. Apologies. Alright, we got him. It's worth it. It's worth the ear pain to just be done with him. I feel like he's a real pain in the butt if you don't cheat that way. Ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom. Okay, so now we're on to, sorry, I was kind of, sometimes I forget that I'm on stream and I just start looking at emails from work and stuff. Because, you know, I'm like such a good worker, I want to keep up with my work while we're doing this. So, Pharaoh Man is going to be the weapon to use against Ring Man. Which, again, like, what? What is the purpose of Ring Man? What is the point of him? I don't think there is one. You know what, I should look, because I have a Mega Man Guide to Robot Masters, and it has entries for all the robots, so maybe it has like a list of different stuff about them. Okay, what is the deal with these things? Do they just, I think as soon as you touch them they start to disappear. I'm just gonna try to avoid them, because ain't nobody got time to fall all the way back down. Yeah, see, avoiding them is, I think, the best idea. He's getting me! He's getting me! Oh, I want that. Even though, yeah. I think it's cool, and this is just like a function of the way the NES worked, that when your character is flashing, any Mega Man power-ups are flashing, because they use the same color palette. So in the programming it says, you know, Mega Man's head is always blue. And so whatever color Mega Man's head is the same color for Mega Man's head when you're talking about getting a power-up. So it's the same thing with, if you've noticed, if I get a 1-up while I'm using a special weapon, it still has the same color as whatever weapon I'm using at the time. I feel like I'm not doing this the most effective way that I could. Let's do this. Let's see if Toadman will help us out. Yeah. I wonder if it would have done him in one hit or if I weakened him enough beforehand. I still don't know if I understand how these beam things work. I can almost run as fast as the thing, so if I just start walking on it, I can kind of keep up with it. I'm gonna try to do this and then jump back up. Yeah! And then of course take damage there. Oh! I think I barely touched it with my toe and started it to go away. Okay. I hate things that you just, like, there's no way to kill them at all. It's really annoying. Okay, ring boss. 2 different types of... Okay. Do I just have to jump like that? Am I far enough away here it doesn't even get to me? Probably. Yeah, this is probably one of those things where the first time you have to fight it, it's super easy, so that when you have to fight it the second time, you kind of know what's going to happen. Or is this like a third? Oh, okay. This guy again. Alright, let's see if Toadman gets him in one hit, or if it does take more. I do appreciate that Toadman's thing, like, it takes a minute. It doesn't just, like, instantly do the screen clearing thing. It takes a minute for it to get going. It's got to launch into the air and seed the clouds, or whatever you want to say. Oh, and yeah, that was not actually enough to... Certainly wasn't one. It should just be a couple more hits. There we go. Not too bad. What if creepers didn't blow up? I feel like Minecraft would not have become as... This is going to be weird, but I don't think Minecraft would have become as popular as it did if they didn't explode. I think this thing is called Eddie. And you can see, hey, and there it was a red one that came to me. Eddie doesn't always give you a 1-up, he gives you some kind of a power-up, so it's either one of the big life-restoring orbs, or something different. Oh, I forgot. No, I just got the extra life, okay. So yeah, so Eddie, that's what Eddie's for, is he just kind of gives you some kind of power-up. Oh, and I get to start right here? Like, oh my gosh, you guys, that, like, is such karma and, like, good to go. Okay, what's the deal with these? So these phase out faster than the rainbow beams, I guess. I don't quite understand. Oh, like rings of Saturn or something? Is that what they're going for with the ring thing? Alright, I think this is going to be a start over moment. Oh, no, okay. Here we go. 1 life left. Okay. We're doing it. We are doing it this time. This is where it would be nice to have like a rush jet situation. Okay. I'm trying to see if it if there's time to just jump up and wait for it to come back. Okay. No, there is not. Alright, that's gonna be a start over. Which is fine. It's fine. You know, on some level, playing the game, you know, if you play through it really fast, then you don't get to play it anymore, right? So why would you want to play through super fast if, you know, you don't, whatever. Okay. Okay. Oh, these stupid things. Yeah, see, these, now you can kind of compare these ones to the ones at the end of the level there. These ones go a lot slower, so you get more time to react. And we're gonna jump. Oh, of course we jump right into the pellets. Hopefully we'll try to finish this level and then wrap it up. Yesterday I had to end early, but today I don't have any kind of a big commitment to go into. Although, I'll have to check with Pixley because we learned how to play a new game a couple days ago that she really likes. It's a board game called Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. And you have to defend Hogwarts from some Harry Potter... Oh, that was dumb. I thought that was going to be smart, and it was dumb. You have to defend Hogwarts from different, the different villains from the I mean, I know they're from the book, but they're specifically, like, they use the pictures and stuff from the movies for the characters. And it's super fun, and so far we have beaten the people we need to beat for the first 2 movies. So you play... So to start out, you play 7 games. And you don't have to play them all at once, of course. But you play 7 games. And each time... Oh, Pixley's talking about it. Pixley wants to come out and talk about it. Do you want to talk about it? I think if you're close enough to my mouth, people will hear you. So yeah, if you've never played a game like it before, it can be kind of confusing. It's a type of game called a deck building game. And so in a deck building game, what you do is over time you get more cards. You start out with 10 different cards that you get to use, and then throughout the course of the game you get new cards that go into your deck. And every turn you have 5 cards to use, and then the rest of them get thrown away. Or they go away. And as you buy cards, you make more cool things for your deck. When you run out of cards in your deck, you get to just reshuffle, so all the cards you just got get to come back. But it's... Once you sort of get it and understand the type of, you know, how the rules work and how that system, the whole deck builder thing works, they're really fun. It's actually one of my favorite, if not my favorite, type of board or card game. That sort of genre of deck builders is one of my favorite. Like, I probably have like 5 or 6 different deck builder games. There's Star Realms, and Hero Realms, and what else do we have that's a deck builder? This Hogwarts Battle. No, I'm not going to use that, because I'll start over right here. Hogwarts Battle now that I have. There's one that's like a crazy wizard battling game that's not Hogwarts Battle, actually, believe it or not. Despite the fact that it's also a wizard battling thing. I think for these, the trick is to trigger it and then go on its second time around. Kind of regret getting that power up now, because it sent me so far back. And if you just press forward on these... Yeah, I suppose that trick I just did doesn't work on the return trip. But anyway, so deck builders, what else do I have that's a deck builder? I have the wizard one. The sort of original one of these is called Dominion. I have that. And maybe that's actually the only ones I have, but my friend Adam also loves deck builders, so he has some more that are super fun that we've played. There's one that's called like Valfyrian, and it's super cool because you're trying to defeat each other, but at the same time there's like a dragon, and you can make the dragon attack your opponent. It was super fun. We only actually played it once, but it was super fun. I had another one that was kind of... I don't think I'll be able to continue from here, so I'm just going to use this. I had another one that was kind of naughty, because it was like anime, and it was all like anime babes. You know how sometimes anime girls are kind of like, oh, it's an anime babe, the way they're dressed and everything. And that was a deck builder that was pretty good. And it's kind of unfortunate that the game is so kind of like all the girls half naked, because it's a really good game, but you look at it and you're like, I am not looking at this pervy game. It's not cool, but it's really good. Adam has that one now. I had it before, but I kind of lost I lost the thing somewhere. I don't know where it went. Okay, let's get Pharaoh Man out. We're not gonna beat him. Sigh! I think Pharaoh Man's weapon you charge up also. Oh, I get another go? Awesome. Pharaoh Man's is another one that you can charge. and I think like the charge shows up over your head, and if they jump on your head, then they also can take damage from it. So we're gonna try that. Yeah, see? There we go. Yeah, see? Wow, it was so much easier that second time. It is officially 1:59, which means that's going to be it for today. Starting next week, the stream will be moving to after normal school hours. So kids don't need to be doing school stuff all day next week, but because I'm going to have work that I'm doing all day, I won't be able to do the stream until about 3:45. So at 3:45 on Monday, I will be back. It's possible that I could stream something over the weekend because I'm going to be so stinking bored, but yeah, that's where we're at for that. If I can find a nice setup, it'd be fun to live stream Pixley and I playing Harry Potter's Hogwarts battle, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. Anyway, so that's it for today. When we come back on Monday, we will be going after Dustman, because rings are always super strong against dust. Alright, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save it several times to make sure. And load game, and okay, we're good to go. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back on Monday, and maybe we'll do some streams over the weekend. Time will tell. If I do a stream over the weekend, it won't be Mega Man. Alright, bye!